It was published by a very well-known and recognized Slovenian doctor and publicist. Marihuana is a harmful drug that particularly exposes young people to the risk of making worse their life prospects, health, education, partnership and careers. Is that, you think, something that a young person needs to hear about cannabis, or we can provide them with better information?
Well, we need to provide a balanced information to the young people. Clearly overdoing it isn't good. If we eat a lot of sugar, we will have a problem. If we drink a lot of alcohol, we'll have a problem. We'll overdose on marijuana. Clearly there will be a problem. No one suggests that children at school should be smoking every day. It doesn't make sense. We know that young people will try. I think it makes sense to tell them what happens. You know, whether in the same way we tell young people about alcohol. You know, is alcohol something that they should never try in their lives? Why not? The big portion of the world drinks good wine and appreciates it. So why should we not educate young people that they should also drink good wine and appreciate it in decent quantities? Mm-hmm. Rather than tell them that this will end their lives. And the only thing today, flying from A to B is easy and a lot of the time cheap. So in fact, we only take a risk that they will do it in a way that is not controlled. They'll buy it on the black market because they will want to try. Why not allow it in a way that is safe?
Education is extremely important. I say cannabis is a way of life for nutrition, medicine, food, clothing, petroleum. You can make everything out of it. And I would like to see a world where kids are educated from kindergarten on the benefits of what we can do with this plant. It really is the most useful plant on the planet. That's why it's been banned for so many years, while the various industries that competed with it had their day, and it still remains, and it still can be utilized. Full utility of the cannabis plant, everything will change.
Yeah, well, it is difficult. Well, what I could say is that there is a big problem when there is too much of a discrepancy between what the official position or that represented by people who are backed and represent the official system, such as leading specialists in medicine, etc., have to say. If there's too much of a discrepancy between what they publish and the facts, the observations of the people in reality. So if people are told that something will kill you and they take it and it doesn't kill them, rather the opposite, then that will undermine the authority of the system and its representatives. So actually, it is counterproductive in many ways. It is disruptive for society because there will be less trust in what is being said, and there will be more conflict. So I think the important thing is to try to stick as much as possible to what is obvious and commonly observed.
Because the same article suggests that 75% of young people tries it and half of them were using it regularly in some period of time. If these are the results of prohibition, I'm wondering, do we have something better?
The young generation will always test its limits, and people will always go out and find things. If you are too forceful and you are too strict, then what happens, and I'm going beyond my profession as a doctor here, but this is a common observation, I also observe it in the reality with my patients, then if you are too strict, then you will actually be pushing people more and more into more negative situations. It's a problem, and it's a problem in the discourse involving cannabis nowadays, okay? It is not so much a question of information. It is not how much 2 and 2 is. It is not how many fingers we count on each hand. It is about how we do things, how we communicate. So when we are educating the younger generation about cannabis, for example, they are seeing us and they are trying to interpret our message. Are we trying to force them to behave in a certain way, to obey us, to go here and not to go there, to buy from these people and not from others? That is what they are seeing. It is not about the cannabis like this or like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, there are certain facts, but they're not the major issue.